Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And while you're at it, smash that like button. It really does help out the channel and it keeps our community going. So I really would appreciate it. We're going to really get into this. We got a lot to get into. I can tell you, I was just reading an article and it really just appears that people are really struggling. They're really struggling, having a hard time, and they need a lot of help. And so with all of the talk about this universal basic income that's going around, and you're starting to see that come to the forefront with every American receiving a monthly check from the government just to cover their basic monthly expenses. Another form, yes, that's right, another form of payment is also gaining traction and getting talked about in different communities and different circles, and that is the form of payment called reparations. So, what is reparations? Well, it's the making of amends for a wrong that has been done, or paying money, or otherwise helping those who have been wronged in some way. So in this case, the reparations would be given to a particular group of people. And this is for wrongs that has been done to this particular group of people. Now, lawmaker Jamal Bowman, who is a member of Congress, has introduced legislation that descendants of African American slaves are to be the ones to get these reparations. Now, the way it works is that 42 million Americans, about 42 million Americans would each get about $333,333 per person. So that's a significant amount of money. Now, he says that this is fair compensation for years of unpaid labor, and that the U.S. has a moral obligation, a moral and legal obligation to make restitution to the descendants of slaves. So this will be for those who were disproportionately affected, and will allow them to have a chance at an inheritance that will allow them to catch up. Now, the plan includes $14 trillion that is to be distributed over 5, 10, or 15 years in weekly or monthly checks. Okay? Now, the case is being made that when COVID was destroying America, the government invested in American citizens by way of stimulus checks, and it kept the economy afloat, which it did. It did. Matter of fact, a lot of people were able to save, and many people were able to use those savings to actually get ahead and invest. So we know that those stimulus checks did help. So lawmaker Bowman is saying that the government can invest the same way in reparations without raising anyone's taxes. So he has made this proposal, and he says that this is something that the government has already proven that they can do when they need to do it, and that people's taxes will not be raised or affected. Now, here's the question. If this does happen, do you think it's going to work? Okay. And do you think that it's actually going to help the people that it is intended for to really catch up and build a sustainable life and wealth as if they had been receiving the funds all along? Or do you think that the people will make bad decisions with the money and end up in the same or worse situation than what they're in now? Remember now, consumer debt. We talked about this before in this channel, consumer debt is in the trillions right now. It is literally out of control and is the highest that it has been, or at all-time highs. And it just, that kind of just proves that when most people get money, they tend to be wasteful and frivolous in unwise ways, which is usually causes the money to be gone, faster than almost as if they never got the money. I mean, people just are very frivolous in the way that they spend. And so, they look around, they have money, and then they look around and then they don't have the money. It's just completely gone. So the question is, do you think that people will be able to use this money and be able to use it correctly? Now, we did see what the effects of the stimulus did and how it helped people. So there's a case that can be made that this can really, really help people who have been disproportionately affected and that did not have the time or the resources to invest when things were a lot cheaper. So this is kind of a way to put them on a level playing field and give them, equal footing. But here's the thing. Will the recipients of the reparations be the biggest beneficiary? Do you think they will be the biggest beneficiary of getting those funds, or will business owners and corporations be the biggest beneficiary as the money finds its way into the corporations or the business owners' hands and pockets? What do you think? I mean, if you were the recipient of those funds yourself, how would you spend it? How would you spend it? Something to think about, right? Even though that's going to be over time, it's still a good lump sum of money. And again, over 5, 10, or 15 years. So a person would have time to spread it out. They wouldn't blow it all at one time. But the question is, would they have anything left at the end of the payments? And would they have done something wise and significant and helpful with the money for themselves and for the future? So if you're the recipient of that money, how would you spend those funds? Let us know. Drop some comments down in the comment section, and let's talk about it. This is what this community is for. We talk about these things. We discuss these things. We want to get everybody's mind and opinion on these things because we all help each other. And don't forget, while you're at it, like and subscribe to the channel, because it really helps the channel and keeps our community going. So I definitely would appreciate it. But just remember that here on this channel, we talk about making wise financial decisions and the best use of our funds, because we are on a better come up.